4. Welcome, everybody. We are here for our second public hearing that was noticed in our official county newspaper. We are presently located at 40 Glenida Avenue in room 102. This is the Department of General Services conference room. It is Thursday, August 13th, 2026, and this is the 5 p.m. public hearing. I'm going to ask all in attendance to please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to ask our Chief of Staff, Jacqueline Anambi, to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We will now go to the reading of the public notice for Resolution 193 of 2026. Jacqueline, take it away.
This local law is to amend the code of the County of Putnam by adding Chapter 222 entitled Transparency Act.
Are there any members of the public in attendance who wish to provide public comment? Seeing and hearing none, we'll move to reading of any submitted public comments submitted in writing, via mail or email. Our confidential secretary, Lisa Rangeli, have there been any written submitted public comments?
No submitted public comments.
Okay. Then before we close, I wish to just share a few brief words off the cuff, if you will, regarding the taxpayer transparency legislation. I'm very pleased that we're finally at a point where the legislature and executive branches are in agreement and on alignment for the need to increase public access to county government. This is something that me and many colleagues in the legislature ran on. Many folks get elected and then they change their tune. But the reality is this is something that many of us know is overdue. I voluntarily live streamed public hearings just like this one before the legislature decided to live stream any of their own legislative meetings. There was a lot of public pressure, support from individual legislators that has grown, and it waned and it went back and forth. But the reality is policy making is not always a pretty process. It is not always a pleasant process because there needs to be room for debate and discussion. The good public policy at the end of the day, that's what matters. Making sure that people, regardless of their ability, regardless of if they have hearing impairments, regardless of their age, that they are able to engage in their county government. That if they work shift work and they're doing overnights, if there's nurses, cops, firefighters, teachers, or if they have young children and they're not able to get in their car and drive to the county office building to engage in a public meeting, but they want to watch, listen, and participate in county government, they have every right to do so. This legislation codifies the live streaming of public meetings, something that members of the legislature fought tooth and nail for many, many years, something that no prior executive did voluntarily until we did it. And what I like about this proposal, we had the initial proposal was presented by me in 2023 at the State of the County. There's been multiple variations of this legislation over the past several years. But what I really like about it, it balances both branches of government. It provides increased access to county government and public policy-making decisions and debates with both the legislature and the executive branch. Both legislative committees and full legislative meetings are live streamed, as is the executive's public hearings. I think that is very important because it balances access for both elected representatives. And why is it important that we do this in county code? It's important because elected officials can change their tune. Elections themselves can replace the folks that agree with this policy one day and can easily change it the next. We've seen that even within the policy discussions and debates. So codifying this into county code is important. There's a lot of folks that opposed the Taxpayer Transparency Act and this legislation back and forth for a number of different reasons, which were confusing and befuddling, citing other organizations that also advocated for these types of policies. I don't care what organization supports this policy. Good policy is good policy. This makes Putnam County more accessible. It makes your elected leaders more accessible to you. And I am going to be very proud to sign it in the coming week. I appreciate the public comments, even though there were not many in this hearing. There were many over the course of the last 3 years, both on social media, in emails, and your voices were heard. And while it's sometimes interesting, not everyone shows up to a public hearing at the end of the day when you're at the finish line. Just know that we appreciate you, and this is going to make a lasting mark in Putnam County government, making it more accessible to people of every ability. So thank you. With that, this meeting is adjourned.